Hello everyone and welcome back to another GTA Online video. So as of the upload of this video, Grand Theft Auto Online has existed for, give or take, 8 years now, and over the years has had several large expansions to the game in which players can purchase properties, cars, weapons and equipment using in-game money obtained by either completing missions or purchasing shark cards. Throughout the ages that the game has been receiving updates, the amount of money that one would have to spend in order to experience everything that it had to offer has slowly increased as the value of in-game currency has dwindled, leading to a sort of fake currency inflation. Back in the day, if you wanted a competitive race car that would see you well on the racetrack, you really didn't have to spend all that much to get into it and get some race wins under your belt, so long as you actually had the skill. But nowadays, if you want to be top dog of the racetrack without having Fujiwara as a surname, then you would have to spend quite a bit. But let's say you don't just want that one car that'll do what you need. Let's say, hypothetically, you wanted to buy all the cars. And while you're at it, let's also buy all the weapons, all the properties, all the businesses, the yachts, everything. How much would it cost to buy everything in the game? Volume 3. Yes, that's right, for all of you who are new to the channel, I've already done this video twice over before, but now that we've received even more updates since then, there's more properties, there's more cars, it's time for a bit of an update. So let's strap in and strap on, folks, because there is a lot of numbers to go through. Oh, believe me, there is. So to begin, let's talk about properties. Yes, I know this is a game which is all about steely-wheely automobile, but if you don't own any properties, then you can't store any cars that you've stolen or bought. So to begin, as of this upload, you can currently own 8 standard properties. A standard property can basically be defined as a property that isn't really associated with any sort of content update, like the casino penthouse is for the Diamond Casino DLC. Which basically means the likes of the casino penthouse does not contribute to your own standard properties number. So obviously, while you can go cheap and still obtain 8 standard properties that'll do the same job as the most expensive ones, for instance, for the purposes of this video we're gonna go all out, baby, and we're gonna buy the most expensive option. This will go for everything that you're pretty much gonna see in this video. So in the case of buying 8 standard properties, the most expensive options that you can buy are... These will set you back a grand total of $6,656,000, all of which will allow you to store 10 vehicles each of either car or bike, leading for a current total storage of 80 cars. They also have a storage capacity of 3 bicycles in each garage. The most expensive bicycles that you can buy in the game are the race cycles, each of which will set you back $10,000. If we do the math, that leads to a grand total of $240,000 to fill up all of your standard garages full of bicycles that you'll pretty much never use unless you're one of those guys who likes to make videos where you cross the entire map on a bicycle while everyone chases you in tanks and helicopters. So currently our totals are
80 cars. Cost $6,896,000.
Next up, let's talk about special properties. There's quite a few, all of which we will be purchasing the most expensive upgrades for, as well as location. So, let's see now. We have the Maze Bank CEO building for $6,650,000, and then the additional mod shop of 3x20 car garages for a further $6,850,000, the Land Act Reservoir facility for $5,088,000, the hangar at the military base for $5,670,000, the nightclub in West Vinewood for $5,072,400, the 8-bit Vinewood arcade for $4,252,500 with all upgrades and all arcades purchased for it for a further cost of $6,967,500 for a total of $11,220,000 just for the arcade. The Hawick Motorcycle Club at $1,957,000, the Best Workshop Garage for the Arena War at $4,365,000, the Best Gun Running Bunker at $8,964,500, and then a further $11,475,000 to get all of the research done without waiting like 2 years of real game time to have it done for free, and then finally the Casino Penthouse at $6,533,500. The vehicle storage sizes and capabilities of each of these properties varies from property to property, so let's just TLDR and just say that the total of all of these put together is
157 cars.
The facility is a bit different than the rest, having slots that can only be taken up by specific vehicles, but whatever. That leads our grand total for everything up to this point at
237 cars. Cost 91,961,400.
So with all the properties taken care of, we now need to discuss all the special vehicles that one can buy. These aren't just normal vehicles like the Kuruma or the Akuma for instance. These vehicles are one of a kind per player and usually have the ability to enable even more storage for vehicles per player. Again, we're applying all upgrades and the most expensive cosmetic overrides. So here we go. We have the Terabyte at $3,459,500, the Yacht at a solid 10 million, the RC Bandito at 2,334,510, the Invade and Persuade tank at $2,635,650, the Avenger at $4,787,500, the Kasatka at $9,085,000, and finally the Mobile Operations Center at $2,790,000. The Mobile Operations Center, the Avenger, the Kasatka, and the Terabyte each have the ability to store one vehicle, provided that you equip them with the necessary vehicle storage compartment. Which for this video we're going to assume you have, because why the hell not? So at this point we're now at
241 cars. Cost 127,053,560.
Starting to add up now. Alrighty then, next up, let's talk business. Businesses are of course how you make cash, but you gotta buy them of course, and yeah, of course we're gonna buy each and every one with all the upgrades. We have the 5 MC businesses of the most expensive branch with all upgrades at $14,835,500, a CEO cargo warehouse at $4,750,000, and a CEO car warehouse at $3,145,000. New total
249 cars. Cost 149,784,060.
Let's see now. Let's move on to the stuff that isn't just stuff that you could live in. Instead, let's talk about the stuff that you use to live in. Guns. Next up, let's talk about weapons. There's 2 main kinds of weapons. The ones that you can buy if you rank up enough and have the cash to dish out by the time you've ranked up enough to buy them. And then there's the Mark II variants, which require the purchase of certain properties and or vehicles. Unlike the previous videos on the same topic where I had to estimate how much it would cost to buy every gun with all attachments of best choice, thanks to a combination of the GTA wiki having completed articles on the subject, and my botheredness to actually go through every weapon and calculate manually, we now have an exact amount for every single weapon in the game. Okay, here we go. To buy every non-Mark II weapon in the game, it'll cost you exactly $4,186,755. This is the price if you decide not to buy the Mark II capable weapons. To then go on and buy all the rest of the weapons to get them to Mark II variant, pay up for the conversion and then put all the mods on those of best choice, that'll set you back exactly $6,351,990. So a grand total of $10,538,745 for every weapon in the game. This doesn't include the cost to equip your character with all consumable weapons like grenades, sticky bombs and molotovs, so it'll cost you a bit extra to max ammo on those. In fact, buying ammo overall is also excluded from this price up. New all cost total?
160,332,805.
Okay, so let's take a little break and talk about something other than money. The casino. Well, yeah, okay, the casino is all about the money, but bear with me here. In the casino, just like in real life, instead of using plain old money to gamble with, you have to get it converted into casino chips. That is, if you can even do it at all, so long as you don't live in a country that has gambling banned. Now, not only are chips used to gamble with in hopes of making a gain for profit, but they're also used in the casino shop to buy yourself some clothes and accessories for yourself, as well as some art and furniture for your casino penthouse. If you have one. Well, of course you do. For this video, we're going to assume that. And my god, there is a lot you can buy with chips. Wow, there is literally hundreds of stuff that you can buy just in the clothes department alone. There's so much, in fact, that it would take an absolute madman to slowly trawl through each and every purchasable piece of stuff. Okay, here it is. To buy all penthouse decorations, it would cost you a total of 7,269,412 chips, and to buy all the casino shop clothes will set you back another 8,827,312 chips. But we're not going to add this particular number to the total for a reason I'll explain shortly. So for now, we're just going to be adding the first number of 7,269,412 to the total cost. And hell, while I was at it, I figured I may as well calculate the total cost of all the non-Diamond Casino shop clothes, which are the clothes in the Diamond Casino Heist DLC that you don't have to buy using Diamond Casino chips, if that makes sense. That total is $1,129,170. However, we're also not going to add this amount to the total cost for everything because, well, you see, clothing has a big issue. That issue is gender. To put it simply, there's different amounts of clothing for male and female characters. And because this is GTA and not RuneScape, which allows you to cross-dress, it's just not feasible to, 1, assume you'd be willing to sex change your character every so often to experience all clothing types, and 2, calculate the literal thousands of clothing items in the game. I'm not that ludicrously insane, I'm only doing it for the casino heist. Nope, I'm not doing it. I wasn't joking when I said there was literally hundreds to choose from when I was talking about the Diamond Casino heist, and that's just one content update. There's probably more clothes for players to choose from in GTA Online than there are a lot of AAA titles put together. There's that much, and because, well, let's be honest, we'd only ever wear one outfit and stick with it for like 5 years anyways, well, at least I have, it's just better if we leave clothing out of the equation. So on that note, the new total for all purchase cost is $167,592,217. In any case, let's finally move on to vehicles. Thanks to the properties and special vehicles that we've currently added up, we have a total of
249 cars
to fill up. We also have vehicles spawned in by Pegasus, we've got aeroplane to fill up the hangar, there's a lot to go through. Previously, the last time I did this kind of video, in order to roughly estimate how much you would have to spend to fill up all of the personal garage space with the vehicles, I used a rough equation and then just multiplied the equation's number by the amount of spaces that we had available. Well, this time we're not going to do that. This time we're going to go full accuracy, baby. Well, mostly. What I've done is I've looked up pretty much every vehicle in the game. I took their base purchase price, I added what it cost to do a basic max tune-up plus the extra few to roughly estimate how much it would cost per car. You see, the problem here is not only is it impossible for a single player to own every vehicle in the game because there's simply not enough garage space, there's also the matter of taste. Sure, yeah, you could buy every vehicle in gold, max upgraded with the most expensive body kits, but to be honest, not only the fact that everyone isn't going to do that, there's also the matter of choosing which vehicles you would want to fill up all of the spaces anyway. So to simplify things, and make sure this video doesn't go on for longer than the likes of if cops had Cayo Perico vehicles, I just chose a good mixture of both expensive and inexpensive vehicles, making sure to include all of the major vehicles that most players would almost certainly want to purchase alongside all the war stock vehicles, all DocTs, Elitas, etc. Here we go. My cost to buy all of the vehicles that have to be stored in a standard garage space came up to $307,343,336. This is of course not very accurate because unless you bought the exact same vehicles that I listed up, painted them in gold, attached all the same mods, you aren't going to get the same number. It's just a very, very rough estimate. Anyways, moving on, to get all Elitas website vehicles, that will set you back another $43,276,320. All DocT's boats that aren't yachts, since we've already got one, will add up to a total of $7,873,670, which just goes to show how little there is in terms of being a seaman. All of the rest, which is either a vehicle that has its own special parking space like the Thruster Jetpack and the Rocket Voltic, any land-based Pegasus vehicle and all the planes that are added in, as well as the ballistic equipment because that's also in Warstock Cash and Carry. This all adds up to a grand total of $153,771,129. So all in all, my rough estimate for someone to completely fill themselves up with weird wheelie automobiles and flying thingamajiggies and boaty seamobiles will total up to $512,264,455. That's $500 million in case you didn't realize. So there we have it. For those of you who decided to skip to the end of the video just to see the final total amount without actually watching the video in full, well, too bad, you actually skipped it.
Gotcha, bitch!
As for those who watched the video in its entirety and supported the channel by watching the video and giving it watch time to support it, I do thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you around, folks.